Hi everyone, it's Jerry. I'm on leadchess.org and I'm playing a 5-2 game against Sophia Rogers. Alright, we have a Sicilian. Let's see. Let's try... let's play knight c3. I was considering c3 and then d4, but I think I already have a couple games in there like that. So let's try something a little bit different. Let's go with kingside fianchetto. Delaying d4. Let's go bishop g2, castle. Can't prevent d4, so... Well, you could, but you waste some time and you weaken d5, so... I think in the end I'm still going to play this. Yeah, I don't see how I could really do without d4. I want to be able to move this knight so the bishop is one step closer to seeing the queenside squares. There may be possibilities of captures and then e5, breaking up this group of 3 pawns. Okay. So, bishop e3, I have to be a little bit concerned about a knight dropping into c4. Let's avoid this knight exchange for the moment, and maybe I could even look forward to a g4, g5 idea. Pretty committal move. But if I do get this in, the bishop on d7 is getting in the way of knight here, so it's pretty committal, I realize, but let's go with the g4. I want to avoid a minor piece exchange. I didn't want to allow this bishop to easily access the c6 square. Knight e5, I could give the knight a kick, and he has to go here. I think it's best that I keep my bishop on c1 because of this idea of knight a5 into c4, knight e5 into c4, where he would then strike at b2. So I guess preparing me g5 with knight h5. Let's not be so quick to chase this knight to a forward square. With f4, probably king h1 is a useful move. Queen b6 can hit with check at any moment. Knight a5 into c4, knight a5. I don't know if I really want to take and allow them to develop. That's a pretty sharp move. If I take, there's queen b6. Okay. On the other hand, suppose I play bishop here right now. Let's actually get developed. And I have an idea in mind that after knight a5 I could take and then consider e5, chasing the knight away and then taking advantage of this bishop. Doing alright on the clock. Don't know why I didn't at least consider that move. Okay. I don't think I really have a good square other than e2. Oh, actually on e2 I dropped this pawn. Not cool. Do I have to play knight to b5? It's a loose piece there. I am hitting d6. Okay. Yeah, things are gonna get sharp. Maybe knight a5, maybe h5 with then knight g4 ideas. I think on h5 I play h3. Alright, striking at the knight. I think I have to go here. Yeah. Can't just drop that pawn. There's going to be some strike, I think, against g4. Knight takes, and then e5. Or just that right away. Interesting. Okay. Well, let's take first. And I have to do something about this pawn. Queen d3 runs into bishop b5. How about I take and play bishop g5? I might need to do that. Yeah, I don't think I have time to defend here. Queen d3, bishop b5. Alright, and I think I'm kind of forced into this move. Okay. Let's see. There is still this check. I don't like that it's an open position and my king is vulnerable to bishop checks or queen checks. Like knight a5 moves are ruled out, of course. Queen b6. How are they defending this knight? Do they have to play king g7? Interesting. Okay. Do I have to watch over g4? I wonder what candidate moves to consider. Queen e2, there's once again bishop b5. This is a dead piece. Queen d2 with bishop h6 stuff. I think queen d2, rook d8 is a fine reply. Queen f3? Maybe. Maybe queen f3 is a move. Bishop takes, I take the knight. Knight takes, I take the bishop. There isn't a good discovery. I think I could do this. Let's see. Just trying to crash through on the f6 and f7 squares. That's a check, and I just probably have to scoot out of the way here. Yeah, I could play bishop e3, but I want to keep pressure here. So the queen is there to defend the knight, potentially. We have exactly that. I still want to keep pressure on that knight. Yeah, let's do this. If I could get my knight into play, that would be nice, but it takes forever. Minute 27. Knight d2, f1, e3, d5, yo. That's a lot of moves. Alright. I think I have to go here now. React and at least throw a punch. Maybe knight a5 or knight c5, depending on where the queen goes. I wonder how good my bishop is on g2. Should I look to reroute it? Maybe I could do that, actually. I'd love to see bishop takes bishop so I could triple up. I don't know how good it is. On bishop c6, bishop d3 is my idea. I think I was close to a mouse slip there. Now I don't like that my king is on this diagonal. Ooh, they're firing away there. I think I could play knight here. Or actually, what about this? Yeah, I think they missed that move. Knight a5 nets me the light square bishop. Yeah. Bishop takes pawn, I take the queen. Okay, so I don't have to worry about the light squares. I'm fine with my king in the corner now. I'm going to be playing with the bishop pair. And I like my position now because of this move. Grabbing the light square bishop. I guess queen c7 or queen d7. Are they really calculating a capture here? Okay, let's get that guy. Get my last piece working. He's kind of a dummy. Maybe b3 and bishop c4. h4, g5 can eventually kick the knight. Tough position. This guy is really a strictly defensive piece right now. So I'd like to reroute him to a more active post, like d5. That'd be a fine square. My queen has some responsibility of defending g4. I should probably keep an eye out for bishop takes h6 ideas. Or maybe even a direct g5 move. Don't know if I want to play b3 just yet. Yeah, let's keep this. Let's bring it to a point where I'm at least one move away from operating on a new diagonal, pinpointing f7. I may be able to do a queen sack here. Let's just get a quick move in. King g2 seems like a nice spot for my king. Interesting move. Maybe this was too, I don't know. Too quiet, or too passive. Too much of a nothing move. Okay. I really feel like sacking, and I think I'm going to. Yeah, it feels right. I'm going to get a lot of material. And I think their king will still have some problems. So let's scoop up the bishop. And there's maybe even bishop takes h6. So he's still gluing things together. I think I have pretty good coordination. I'm prepared to take out the knight should he arrive here. Two rooks versus the queen. There's bishop c4 as well. Have to be a bit careful. It's coming down to the wire here. 33 seconds. 30. Both of us under 30. Just pile up at 2 pigs here. Rook g7. Maybe take h6. Rook takes bishop, pawn takes. Yeah, they're going to go for that. I don't have anything better. How about king here? And then rook c1, trying to get to the 8th rank. Rook c1 would be attacking the queen. Ooh, you know what I missed? There's knight g6. Oops. Oops, oops, oops. Still going to try for that. Yeah, they have knight g5. There's knight c3 as well. Yeah. Is this all it is? Is it perpetual? Probably going to go for more. Draw. Wow, what a tough game. Very tight. I missed this idea when I stepped up with the king. Alright, good game. I wonder if this was still working, this queen sack. As usual, I want to just review it some. What did they say? I'm not sure if there was anything at the end. Yeah. I'm wondering if they maybe could take on h3 and then look to get back into g5. Yeah, they're saying a crazy one. It definitely was a little bit crazy there. Okay. Let me have a look at it without the evaluation first off, and without the arrows. And let's see. Yeah, I have to play d4. I don't think there's any great reason to delay it, but I don't know. Just get the quick bishop g2, castles moves in. And I don't know, I guess g4 is an idea, but it's certainly committal. Bishop e3. I think I'm worse right around here. And maybe I should have stopped b4, although no. On a3 there's still this. I can't take on b5 because of queen b6. Yeah, I think I just have to be prepared to find a new square for my knight. And maybe even right here. I wonder if this is too soon. King h1, that actually feels a little too slow. King h1 with the idea to then play f4. That way b5 can't hit so soon. I don't know. Maybe the computer will have a different suggestion right around here. Because when things open up like this, you certainly don't want to be the one who has an open king. Even just this one open diagonal It's tricky, and I'm pretty locked into this variation, I believe, at least. And maybe even black could have done one better here with, instead of e5, switching the move order with this. And then, after I take back, yeah, I think that this is a better idea for black. To take first, instead of e5, to take, and then, I don't know, bishop or knight, probably the knight, because he's kind of stupid on b3. Then e5, and then this is a big problem. So if they just switch the move order, I think I'm in big trouble here. Knight takes g4, I forget about it. Bishop's kicked off of this diagonal, enter queen b6, my king is vulnerable, I'm down a pawn. Yeah. And my king remains vulnerable. So I'm pretty sure knight takes would have been better for black. And then I have to go in for this because there's not a convenient way to defend e4. Queen d3, bishop b5. Queen here is not defending. And this move... I don't know. Queen b6, queen b7, piling up here. I thought I needed to take and be quite direct. F2. Yeah, it's a tight game. And yeah, they missed that. So probably, I don't know, first rook here. Or maybe even look to kick my knight away some. I don't know. This is where they went astray, so I'm guessing there's something better here for black. I don't know. This seems pretty sensible. Rook to d8. Probably want to keep the rook here defending f7, so move this rook. Probably here. I don't know. It's a tough call. Very tight game. Felt like I'm back in it here. The preferred side. And then maybe I should be doing something different than h3, huh? I don't know. I'm just kind of consolidating here with h3 and king g2, so this will really be the last thing to look at. I'm not sure what I missed, how I could have done better, but we're going to find out. And could I have done better here? Yeah, it seems like knight g5 is just there in time to stop me from getting active against their king, and this was probably a wise choice to take out the bishop, as otherwise I'm getting another rook here. I have good coordination. I removed part of the glue here. Well, the main piece that is gluing my position together is the bishop. They removed that, so this will be the last thing to really check out with the computer. Okay, let's actually do that right now. Here's the graph. At one point they had a pawn and a half advantage. Okay, let's put the evaluation on and kind of skim through it here. Doing a little bit of a blunder check. Evenish. What's with this g4? Is it okay to do g4? Let's see. Not a big fan of it, but it's not bad. Queen e2 instead. Okay. f4 is popping up. It's an idea. g4. f4. Okay. Wants to insert a3. Oh, this is what I was wondering. a3, a5, and then... Oh, okay. Interesting. You know one way to reason this? By inserting a3, I maintain my knight position. And if a5 is played, insisting still on b4, notice that this is at least taking away a square from both knight and queen. Not sure that the queen would really want to play there, but I know I referenced during the game that there might be this reroute to c4. For the moment at least, this is no longer a possibility if we insert a3 and a5. So, with this in mind, I think I would now be a bit more inclined to play a3. And you know what? Another way to view it, I mean, why not do this? In the event b4 does hit, at least I have the option of, like, to capture. First strike, so to speak. I could initiate a capture. Okay, if I could do it over again, I think I would be leaning a bit more towards a3 to maintain my c3 post. But I went on with development, and I gotta play knight b5. Knight b1, no way. Knight e2, they could take on g4. So I went into b5, and now it's really liking Team Black. I guess I have to go into that. And it likes e5. This is where I was thinking first take. Knight takes, and now e5? Oh. Okay, so we have to start going with it's a very concrete line. g5, knight g4, whoa. And then knight to c6, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty sharp, I'd say. Oh yeah, that's really, really sharp. Bishop takes knight, queen takes knight. Knight takes bishop, knight takes queen. Yeah, that's getting pretty sophisticated, I would say. Okay, yeah, very critical line, without question. So they hit with e5. And g5? Am I not just dropping this pawn if I play g5? Sharp stuff, man. Knight a5 takes. Okay, let's still go with takes here, and then bishop there. Queen b6 check. Queen b6, king in the corner, and then bishop here. It's tricky. This was a really tight game. King g7, queen f3. It's back to even now. Bishop e5. Oh, and they could take. There's a tactical shot, so that's why it was coming up about a pawn and a half in the graph. Because of this shot right here. Knight takes e4. Both missed this one, huh? Bishop takes bishop, knight takes rook. Queen takes knight, bishop takes bishop. And then f6. Oh yeah, on here you could do rook takes bishop because the queen has pressure on the bishop. Okay. That would have been a nice shot. And now it likes me. Pawn and a half advantage with bishop takes h6. What's the story with this? King takes? Oh, man. Luring the king out. Queen check. Rook takes. Bishop takes. Oh, yeah, these quiet moves. Queen here stuff. Oh, that's pretty sharp there. I didn't consider that. I know I was pointing it out during the game. Maybe there's something in mind with this, but I didn't see this follow-up idea of g5. Okay, we both missed some tactics. That idea is still there with bishop takes h6. Just went in for knight a5. And now... Oh, okay, yeah, bishop takes h6 right here. Yep, didn't see the idea. Just keeps calling out for this. Chop, chop. g5. And this idea of controlling the dark squares. My bishop can control the light squares, and then the rooks can help out maybe. Here, there. Okay. Yeah. Wow, that would have been a really nice shot. Okay. Didn't see it. Every move it's calling out for bishop takes h6. Alright. And this is winning. Rook takes is best. And on queen check, I have to play rook f2. And this is in fact turning out to be a draw. I have to play king g2 here. What? Don't I just drop my bishop? Oh, I guess the idea is this perpetual with the rook going back and forth here. Ah, okay. I should have played in this final position, not in this final position, but I should have played rook f2. Queen takes pawn, bishop takes, queen takes pawn check, king h2. Yo, +4. Queen c6, there's a check. Wow. Yeah, you know, if I could have just spotted that knight move as soon as he entered the queen-knight combo against my king, that's too much. I'm glad it was an okay sacrifice, but yeah, I needed to calculate better here instead of stepping up. I was just thinking here, there, and they have to, black has to go on the defensive, but knight g5. Am I losing at some point here? Knight c3. And takes, I guess it's still even, but yeah, this is pretty scary with my king exposed, and I don't quite have the coordination I would want here. I was thinking that they could capture here, and go back, take there. Yeah, I have to do something different right around here. Oh, you know what? On this knight h3 check, I have to play over here. Attack the knight. Now that he's no longer around here to help out defending against these mating ideas, yeah, I have this king g2 move. King f8, rook here, still have ideas. Queen check. I have to be very accurate. If I take the knight, they take my bishop and then take my rook. Let's check. So I'd have to go to the corner. I bet you black would have caught me. Because I have to be extra careful with where I go with my king. Yeah. But I guess with the best play in this unbalanced endgame, 2 rooks versus the queen, I have to, well, it's even with best play. Interesting. Yeah, very tight game. First time playing against this opponent here, Sophia Rogers. Alright, as usual, feel free to leave any feedback to this video in the comment section below, and I'll catch you in the next one. That's all for now. Take care. Bye.